afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for December 7, 2023. And in the news this afternoon, Police Commissioner hails effectiveness of quick response team in St. Elizabeth. Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson says that the quick response team has been effective in reducing the number of crimes committed in St. Elizabeth.
Our quick response motorcyclists make a large difference to things because they are difficult to see, they are well trained, because beyond the normal training that our motorcycle drivers get, they get to go through a whole other training process so that they can use the bikes, work from the bikes, use the bikes as cover, and work as a team, where the team is more effective than the individuals in the team. The combination of the team works.
General Anderson was speaking Wednesday at the handing over of 5 additional motorcycles to the Quick Response Unit. He said the additional resources are geared toward further tackling criminal activities in the parish. Elderly woman dies in house fire in Westmoreland. Fire claimed the life of an elderly woman in Petersfield, Westmoreland on Wednesday night. Reports are that sometime after 8 p.m., fire was seen coming from a section of the premises. The fire brigade was alerted and the 2 units from Savannah Lamar responded to the blaze. During cooling down operations, the body of the woman was discovered among the rubble. Up to late Wednesday night, her identity had not been released. UE student accused of torturing ex-girlfriend seeks a plea deal. Defense attorneys representing Matthew Hyde, the University of the West Indies Mona student, accused of torturing his ex-girlfriend in his dorm room, is seeking to secure a deal under the Plea Negotiations and Agreements Act. This was disclosed Wednesday when the matter was called up in the Home Circuit Court. Mr. Hyde is charged with assault occasioning grievous bodily harm, use of malicious communication, assault occasioning actual bodily harm, and a false imprisonment. He is alleged to have held his ex-girlfriend captive for 3 days in his dorm room on February 9. Prior to Wednesday's adjournment, a social inquiry report and an antecedent report were ordered. Mr. Hyde was also ordered to see a psychiatrist and a report submitted to the court. He was subsequently remanded until February 12 next year. Prairie thieves wreaking havoc on Manchester farmers. Prairie thieves, some of them reportedly armed with guns, are wreaking havoc on livestock farmers in sections of Manchester, leaving many of them fearful and uncertain about their future in the industry. Residents of Prospect and Turner told the news that thieves have become more brazen. They complain that they are unable to respond as the thieves shoot at them if an alarm is raised. The farmers in South Manchester say there has been a spike in the incidence of goat theft as the Christmas season approaches. They are calling for tougher measures to address the problem, which they say is crippling the agriculture sector. The farmers want additional resources for the police, especially at the Alligator Pond station, which serves several farming communities, to effectively respond. President of the Claremont Prospect Farming Group, Maxine Smith, said she has suffered at the hands of thieves, losing 4 goats just a month ago. 3 of the goats were pregnant, while she had planned to kill the ram for the holiday period. "I feel discouraged, but no, I am not giving up, won't stop," she declared. Another farmer in Prospect said he has lost more than 25 goats to thieves this year. In the most recent incident last month, he lost 4 of the animals, which he said were valued at more than $300,000. "I'm very depressed and traumatized because my goat is my living from I'm a boy growing up. It take care of all my bills and my issue. I know I'm out of everything right now, so I don't know where to turn and where to get some help from right now. But the most dangerous part of it, these criminals is traveling with guns," he lamented, adding that many of the thieves are repeat offenders. More than 22,000 names added to voters' list. An additional 22,094 people are now eligible to cast the ballots in future elections after being added to the new voters list. The updated list, published on November 30, has the names of more than 2 million electors. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica says the current voters list will be used at the polls if local government elections due on or before February 28 next year are held within this stipulated time frame. Director of Elections Glassbold Brown is reminding the public that only the newly designed voter ID cards will be accepted for the pending elections. Electors are urged to collect their new or renewed voter ID cards and take it to their polling station on election day. The voters list is published twice per year, May 31 and November 30. People who successfully register between October 1, 2023 and March 31, 2024 will be added to the May 31, 2024 list. Government urged to improve capacity at the ports for better flow of goods. The parliamentary opposition is calling for the government to improve capacity at Jamaica's port to prevent bottlenecks and facilitate the timely delivery of goods. Opposition spokesperson on commerce Dr. Andre Horton says the limited capacity of Jamaican ports must be addressed through targeted investment in port infrastructure. He wants the government to conduct dredging activities to deepen harbors, upgrade cargo handling facilities, and implement smart technologies to enhance operational efficiency. Dr. Horton says enhancing logistical connectivity within the country must be a priority. He says in order to optimize logistics, the government must collaborate with relevant stakeholders to improve the flow of goods within the country. Flow customers in Runaway Bay still without service after cable theft. Some residents and business entities in Runaway Bay, St. Anne remain without internet and other services following the theft of cables belonging to telecommunications company Flow on Sunday. The cables were found inside a truck in Mines District near Runaway Bay. Acting head of the Area 2 Police, Senior Superintendent Gary Francis, says the two men and a woman who were held in connection with the cables will be charged soon. The police also seized the vehicle, which they say was rented, then used to carry out the theft. The suspects were detained during what was described as a strange series of events. Residents of Mines had staged a roadblock along the main road about 5:15 Sunday morning after receiving reports that vehicles were being stolen from a party in an adjoining community. The suspects traveling in a truck and a car encountered the roadblock and abandoned the vehicles. The car reportedly crashed as the driver tried to retreat. The woman was mobbed by the residents, while two men were held following a search of the area. SSP Francis applauded residents for their efforts to protect their community and urged them to continue to be vigilant and call the police if they notice any unusual activities. It was reported that one of the suspects, a construction worker of Chester District, St. Anne, was out on bail for attempted larceny and the malicious destruction of property.
The police was alerted to a situation where a group of men were seen in cutting down the property, the cable wire for a utility company. I think it was Lime. The police responded and managed to apprehend 3 persons, including a female, and seized a truck with a quantity of cable belonging to Lime and a motor car. We understand the motor car was rented, but was then used for the purpose of committing this offense. We are aware that offenses like this have economic impact, social impact, as also other far-reaching impact on our society. So we urge our citizens to continue being vigilant in their communities, and if they notice anything that is unusual, feel free to call the police.